So why did I get this printer? I got into 3D printing because of Scott Hujan. He's a YouTuber I watch. I love his work. You should go check him out. Make sure you check him out. He designed this iPhone dock that turns your iPhone into a nightstand. It is beautiful. It was brilliant. And I was fascinated by what I was looking at. And I was like, I need to get my hands on a 3D printer, learn about it, and see what I can print. And this video, I'm going to show you everything I've printed, and hopefully it will inspire you to go get one for yourself. It took some time for the 3D printer to get to me because it was Black Friday and it was a back order. So, and I was moving apartments as well. So this was in November-ish, and by February my lease was supposed to be up and I was supposed to move into like a new apartment. So I didn't bother. So I got it in November. It stayed in my apartment. This was just sitting in one corner in my old apartment for like 2 months. Actually, I was waiting. I was like, I need to set this up. But finally, I moved my apartment and started setting it up. I mean, it was pretty easy out of the box to set up. Everything was there. From experience, anytime I get a new stuff, the first thing I throw away is the manual guide, because I always try to figure everything out on my own, which is like obviously a bad habit. But for this one, it actually was very easy to set up. The instructions were very clear. Set everything up completely like one afternoon. Everything was straightforward. Set up everything and it was time to fire this baby up.
Yeah, but like that was just one image. It's not that he was fresh. Pedro has been playing in it, so I get why he wasn't gonna win that.
Yeah, so the first thing I printed was a boat. I printed like, because it was a test file that came with the 3D printer. So and also from multiple YouTube videos I watched, people are like, oh, you have to test this to know if the print is good and all that is good. And also don't forget the calibration. The calibration was crazy. Everything was shaky and all that stuff. And but the boat 3D printed nicely. There was no issues and I was very happy with it. The next thing I printed, of course, was Scott Hujan's iPhone dock. That was what I was looking forward to. Actually, I was looking forward to 2 things to print. It was that and a lamp. But I first printed the iPhone dock. It was still magical. Every time I see these things print, it's still magical for me. I printed it and right now that's what I use as my dock next to my bed. So anytime I'm going to bed, I just put my iPhone there. It starts charging. In the morning, the alarm goes off. I just press it, pop up my phone, and you would always have a fully charged phone, which is excellent. The next thing I printed was a lamp. I think the lamp, I also got it from Maker World. It was by BOOFA Studio or something. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I'll put the links in the description for you to go check out if you want to check out. So it was so nice for this to print. It took some hours for it to print, but it all came out nicely, smoothly. I was happy with it. The thing I went to get like a lamp extension cord to connect to it, and it came out very nicely. It sits nicely on my TV console next to my TV and it looks fantastic. The other things I printed was hooks for my pegboard. So I bought these pegboards from IKEA and I went on there, I went on Maker World, I searched for hooks and things. Actually, I was skeptical by like, will these hooks actually like hold up strong? And I got into doing some research, and the research I saw was PLA does a fantastic job with holding stuff. It's only if you need like extra strength, you can start looking at some other filaments, but PLA does the job nicely. And since I printed those hooks, I've been hooking my bag onto the pegboard with my MacBook always being in there, and I've never had an issue. Then the other thing that I also printed was things to help the 3D printer, like a little hoop box. They call it a hoop bucket or something. But I saw this nice hoop design I liked. It was not so big, because some of the designs that you see on Maker World are really not very good. But this was very good. So I printed it easily. I put it in there. I also printed like a scraper, something to help me scrape like the filament off my plates, of my build plates. So whenever it's done, you can just scrape it out easily. And these things are like, they take little to no filament, and you can just print them time and time again if they get messed up. So these are the few things I've printed. There's still a lot I want to print. I still want to print to arrange my desktop, arrange my kitchen utensils with this thing called Gridfinity. I've not like gotten fully into it yet, but that will be my next project, and I'll be sure to share with you guys and see what you guys think. Lessons. What have I learned so far? I mean, it's not all roses with 3D printers, and the first time I tried to print the lamp, actually it failed. And I didn't mention this, you can also like watch your 3D printer print from anywhere you are. So I kicked off the lamp to start printing when I was home. I went to work, I was working, and I occasionally like check in to make sure my prints are good. But then after like some few hours, I checked in and I saw that my print failed, and I had to stop the print. So I stopped it from work while my 3D printer was here at home, which was great. It was awesome that I have that control to do that. So I came back home, I inspected it, but I saw that, like I said, always read the manual, because I didn't read the instructions from the designers of the lamp. There are certain settings you have to set in your app before you send it to your printer. So there's this Bambu Lab app where you set like your infill, how you want it to be printed, which filament you should use, and all that. So there are specific instructions they wrote on there that I didn't follow, which made my print fail. So when I went back, I usually duplicated 2 tabs, and I made sure that every information I followed it, the lamp printed smoothly and it all came out well. So always make sure to like read everything and do not just skip stuff like I did, unless you want your prints to fail. So that has been my only failed print. Actually, there have not been so many failed prints. I was always thinking that I might have so many failed prints, but that is my only failed print, and everything has been good. So yeah, those are my prints so far, and I'm so happy with it, and this has opened my eyes. I'm working on a personal project for what to print, and I have issues that I also want to print. And also this 3D printer also makes you think there are things you can buy that you can just make yourself. That is the beauty of this 3D printer, and this is like one thing I've learned so far using it, and why I got it is because there are things you can't just buy, but you can make them yourself and you can print them yourself, and it doesn't really cost you that much to print and make. So this is like the beauty of having one. So if this is your sign, you have been thinking of, oh, do I get a 3D printer? Do I need it? This is your sign. I don't know, I can't tell you if you need it, but if you are thinking about it, you should definitely get one, because I would highly recommend you get this 3D printer. And also you can try other brands, but from what I've read, Bambu is really straightforward and straight out of the box. I don't know so much about hardware because there are so many moving parts of it, but I set it up easily and I am good to go. If you like this my video and want me to keep making videos, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much.